David here from Practical Driving, and just to basically let you know that we're heading off. We've got a test on this afternoon. Test starts at 1:25. It's Monday the 27th of February, and we are heading off to pick up Ankit for his test. So we'll head up to the test centre and we'll see how things go. So again, just remember that I'm not permitted to record any audio. However, the dash cam's picking up the route really well, and it's really just an exercise for you to be able to see the test route that's happening today. And I'll try my best to see if I can do a voiceover if necessary at certain areas where we might have a problem. And if you have any questions or you'd like to ask about the route in particular, we're going to Currie Test Centre in Edinburgh, please don't hesitate to comment. So therefore, it costs you nothing. Just click subscribe, and many videos like this one, you'll be notified when the next one comes up. Now guys, I always put videos on whether they pass or fail, so it's a good experience, and I hope you enjoy this one. So let's see how Ankit gets on with test today. Okay, so we're in Bryce Road and been asked, his first safety question was how to check the headlights and taillights are working. I'll give you the answer later if you don't already know that. Okay guys, so we're just leaving Bryce Place. At the end of the road we're turning left. Take special precaution at this junction. Vehicles in both directions are using the lane closest to you because of the parked vehicles across the road. So you can see that black vehicle on the left hand side. That vehicle that's passing now has priority over you. So you've got to make sure, have a good look out there. We're going to move along, and we're going up to, we're just passing the test centre on the right hand side, and yeah, we'll just slow down a wee bit there just in case that vehicle was going to come. That was okay. And we're going along to the roundabout there, and we're turning right, which is the third exit. So at the moment, Ankit's following the sat navigation, and the examiner explained and gave him the details and what to do before the test started. So Ankit's fully aware that he's now following sat navigation. Now, although we've done many videos coming down this road, please be aware of the 20 mile an hour restriction. This is Rickerton Mains Road. So up there on the right you can see the roadworks sign, and fortunately today there is no roadworks actually in progress, so we can continue on. Okay guys, so the sat navigation informs that in 400 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit. The examiner kindly reminded Ankit to use the right hand lane on this particular roundabout. There is a little reminder just as you're approaching the roundabout about here to tell you to take the second exit. Also, as you're going to round the roundabout, a lot of the SAT navigation systems actually tell you to take the exit around about here. So there is another reminder to take the exit just as you're approaching it. After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit. Again, as clearly marked on the road, use the right hand lane. Okay, just to summarise, the first roundabout was Heriot Watt just back there. The second roundabout there, which we just passed just now, was the Park and Ride. And just informed to turn right, third exit at Hermiston. Remember, this is the spiral one now, guys. So just at this point you should be looking down on the road and you'll see the white line on the right pushing you out there. The sat nav said take the exit and at the roundabout turn right. So if you managed to catch that, you wouldn't have needed the left lane here. You could have stayed in the lane, following the road in the middle and expect a right turn at the roundabout. So you can see Ankit's used the bus lane here, and that's okay as long as you use your mirrors and signal out, and that's fine. And Ankit's correctly moving over to the right hand lane here and turning right, third exit for City Bypass South. You can also use the middle lane, guys, to turn right for City Bypass South also. It's worthwhile studying this roundabout with your instructor. So this roundabout's always been a problem, and it's probably when you're looking down you can see all the lines going everywhere. Keep yourself well into the right hand side. It says south only. Now I know the middle lane says south, but stay on the right hand side until you get up past this traffic lights here, and you'll notice that your lane naturally flows into the middle lane here. Now as you get into this lane you can expect the lights to be red because it normally is. They change pretty quickly as you've just seen. Make sure you check your mirrors again. Interior left mirror, signal left, but stay in your lane. Don't use the left lane to exit. Come off on the right hand side so that you're using basically the curb on the right, and you've got the 50 mile an hour there, so you need to get some speed up. Now the reason why I don't use the left lane, because you can see now that the left lane is now joining the right hand side. Now it's important that you signal, get your speed up, looking at the traffic in the new road, and merge gently into the road using plenty of mirror checks. And just a reminder, we are now 70 miles an hour. So at this point, examiners just reminded Ankit that they're going to be on this road for about 3 miles. However, you can see that Ankit's not really making much progress here. We're at 46 mile an hour at this point. I know that's GPS and there's a bit come and go in that. However, there's nothing in front of Ankit here. There's nothing stopping Ankit to get up to his speed. So now, because of all the traffic flow passing Ankit at this particular time, I'm now beginning to worry whether Ankit's maybe causing a hazard to the traffic flow behind him. Okay guys, so now I want you just to see what happens here. Now the examiner, knowing the situation that Ankit's in, and probably has every entitlement to fail Ankit because he's not making progress on a major road like this. The examiner just asked Ankit if everything was okay in relation to speed, and Ankit had sort of said that he's got slow moving vehicles in front of him. That was the reason why he was going slow. However, watch what happens now. As a result of what the examiner gave a little prompt, I would say, watch what Ankit does. He's now changing lanes. Now he's looking for the overtake. However, what's the problem is, Ankit's not making any ground again. We're not getting any speed up. We're still only doing 54 miles an hour. He should be getting his speed right up to 70 past this car, but he's just not getting the speed up. Now to add to the troubles, the red car on the left overtakes on the inside. We've not got enough speed. Ankit moves back to the left lane, basically cancelling a manoeuvre which never done anything for him in the first place. And we're going to exit from the carriageway just ahead. So after 200 yards, we're informed to turn left. And at the roundabout, cross the roundabout, second exit. When you're turning left here, guys, please be aware of the speed of the new road. This is Dreghorn Link. The examiner steps in with an instruction for Ankit to turn left at the roundabout. So we're now going up to the Travel Lodge car park, and there'll be a manoeuvre bay parking in there. Now Ankit's been instructed to do a forward bay park, and also reminded that it's a one-way system to the left. So, when Ankit was reversing back here, the examiner reminded him about the one-way system, and just so happens that Ankit was steering in the wrong direction. He should have been steering right to continue around the one-way system in the car park. So at the end of the car park, we were informed to turn right, but just a reminder that you're on a 20 speed restriction, and as you get to the bottom of this road just before the roundabout, I want you to look to the right and you'll see the speed going back to 30. down to the roundabout, turn and left, first exit. So Ankit was now informed to find a space on the left to pull up. After doing so, he was then informed to move off when he was ready. Instruction now after 300 yards to turn left and then to turn right. Ankit was now informed to pull up on the left on the hill at a safe place. And now to move off when you're ready. Ankit was told to pull up on the left just before the yellow vehicle and to disregard any driveways. And now informed to drive on when you're ready. Sat navigation instructs to turn left and to keep right. Now you can see why the sat-nav was asking Ankit to stay right, because the left lane doesn't go ahead. The left lane takes you up into a different area, but if you keep right you'll end up going down the village. 20 mile an hour. And be careful coming down here, because sometimes with the parked vehicles on the right, there is a lot of restricted space, but particularly what you can see here on a busy day when you've got vehicles parked on the right hand side there. Ankit was informed to follow the road ahead. However, there could be a little progress and hesitation fault here, because Ankit slowed really down there just before the junction, and the lights were going back to red during the time it was passing through the junction. So now we're back onto Joe Carriageway, and as you can see, I want you to look closely at Ankit's position. You should be well left in the left hand lane, but Ankit's elected to take the right hand lane here, and is informed to cross the roundabout third exit. So it's very important that you get back to the left lane to follow the road ahead. So at this point, the sat navigation then informs that after 200 yards you have now reached your destination. So the sat nav will go off at that point, and you'll be following the examiner's instructions from then. So I've been informed that the traffic lights to turn right, but please look ahead at this particular area, because the lights can be misleading. The green lights that you see are for traffic proceeding ahead. Vehicles turning right must obey the traffic light on the right. It's changing now, and you've got a green arrow, therefore you have priority to turn right. As you go in here, there's a sudden right turn, 20 mile an hour. So here we're just asked to pull up on the left, and when ready to move off again. Remember, these guys make good blind spot checks when moving off.
platform now at the end of the road to turn right. And up to the roundabout and turn left, first exit. £40 mph here, guys, as you can see. Try and get your speed up. If it's safe in front of you, make good progress up here. At the traffic lights, turn right. So this is Gillespie Crossroads, and when the lights change, you draw forward until the front of your vehicle is roughly in line with the yellow bollard on the right hand side, situated in the middle of the new road. And when you get a safe gap there, then you can move off. If the lights go back to red against you, again you have to get out of that area. So if you're already committed, you must proceed into the new road. Just here, Ankit was asked to do a show me question here to operate the front windscreen washers. And again, showing good awareness here. The bus coming ahead, there wasn't sufficient room there, so Ankit pulled up and allowed access for the bus to escape, and then moved off again. So showing good awareness there.
Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Ay, baby, yo te quiero. Es mentira todo lo que te dijeron. Sabes que mi amor por ti es verdadero. Yo te soy fiel, nena, yo te soy sincero. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti. Como rábame todo de ti. Y yo te doy todo de mí. en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena. Yo no sé cómo lo hace, baby, déjame ser el que te complace. En mi mente corriendo base, me quedo contigo, pase lo que pase. Baby, espero que me ames, me tiene volando en el cielo.
Then asked to take the next road on the right.
Como lo sabes, ey, and if I'm being honest, no one's on your level, ya lo sabes. Juro que yo hago de todo pa' ti, como rábame todo de ti, y yo te de todo de mí. Hay mujeres de todo pa' mí. Nena loca, me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien, pero en verdad yo no sé si tú lo sientes también. Entonces quiero saber por qué desde que te vi yo vivo diferente. No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena.
And now informed to take the second road on the right. This takes us back into the car park at the test centre.
No me importa a mí lo que dice la gente, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena, porque tú siempre la prendes candela. Te quiero a mi lado toda la vida, mi nena. La mano pegada y los pies en la arena. Pase lo que pase, baby, vale la pena.
Okay, guys, so that was Ankit's test, and I'm really pleased to say, congratulations, Ankit.
Thank you.
He got it today. Now, 7 minor faults. There was only really one fault I think the examiner really wanted to highlight, was the one on the bypass. There was a stage where Ankit was driving along the bypass, and the examiner felt that Ankit should have made some sort of effort to pass the vehicle. Anyway, the examiner thought that was the only thing really worth mentioning, but there was a few other minor faults. I don't know if you remember. Did he mention anything much?
Positioning.
Positioning.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
One's for positioning.
Yeah. So anyway, so Ankit, what would you give advice for anybody coming into the country learning to drive here?
Yeah. So I would say, forget what you have learned in your own home country. Because the driving here is a lot different from what you have done especially back in India. So in India, rules are not followed that much, but here rules are followed.
Yeah,
Plus,
cool.
Don't book your test as soon as you can without taking the driving lessons. I would suggest you take some driving lessons, and I would suggest David. He has been very, very patient with me.
Especially if you're in Edinburgh, anyway.
Yeah.
Currie only.
Yeah, and because David knows all the routes, which...
well, I think all the instructors know the routes that you're going to be getting your test in. They should know all the routes. I think it's not all just a case of knowing the routes. It's a case of knowing where all the areas are that people are normally failing. There are some junctions that are a bit strange, some roundabouts that are a bit unusual, some traffic lights that are maybe a bit hard to see, and it's easily to make mistakes. So, yeah, you're right. I think... being able to see a driving instructor for the test centre that you're going to be getting your test in, and getting them to show you the routes and learn the routes. That's the reason why we're here, and that's the reason why the video you've just seen is hopefully to help you with the routes, and it'll save you a lot of time and money, I hope. Okay, guys, so we're going to go now, and again, congratulations to Ankit, and we'll see you soon on the next test.
Thank you, everyone.